Okay guys, good morning. This channel is about health, vacation, athletics. Anybody who's interested in going on a train-cation, training vacation, for as long as they want, maybe the rest of their life. I'll give all sorts of advice. I'm just gonna stream my consciousness. It'll be, I'm gonna give health advice, workout advice, business advice, all sorts of stuff. So I'll just let's have fun with it and see how it goes. So today I want to talk about the whole issue right now with basketball, strength training, but this also applies to pretty much anyone who's watching this. Maybe they have, maybe they know athletes, or they watch sports, or or maybe they care about, and maybe your kid is an athlete, or your cousin or your brother, and pretty much you can also do all this stuff. Like general population, this applies to everybody. It's really just about actually human movement, human ability, human potential. And so let's start with basketball. So right now, huge issue with chronic knee pain in basketball. Just from personal experience, I coach a lot of athletes. Right now I'm in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. I'm on a train-cation, and it's going great. I'm very grateful. I've been cleaning my body. I've been fixing my body. Right now, I'm just have a lot of gratitude that I'm pain-free and feeling really good. And I wasn't always like that. I was very, I had joint pain 4 years ago when I started this journey. I had pretty much pain in all of my joints. And I want to get to my own story later. But first, quickly, let's talk about, or not quickly, let's just have fun with it. Let's talk about basketball at the moment. So I was training athletes back home, and I remember the first day I walked into the gym, and I was like, hey, let's do a warm-up, guys. So everybody, let's jog backwards from one end of the court to another. And like 5 or 6 kids, and this is like post-season, like spring season, getting into the summer, and like 5 or 6 kids stopped and were like, yo, it hurts, like my knees hurt. And I'm like, yo, you guys are like, how old are you guys? And I was just like shocked that these high schoolers, from maybe like, they're like 15, 16 at the time, and I couldn't believe how their knees were hurting. And that shouldn't happen. But it is. That's just the nature of the sport right now, because it's imbalanced by nature. Basketball is played high, forward. You run forward, jump up, and you're in like a relatively shallow stance the whole time. And pretty much the solution is so simple that honestly I think maybe people dismiss it. But really, it's just getting strong in like a deep range of motion and squatting. So basically, I've been training some of these hoopers for like the last couple of years, and it's been great. I've gotten lots of progress. A lot of the kids I worked with went from knee pain to pain-free, and actually even dunking, which is pretty cool. Like this one kid I worked with, he was like, he was always a dunker. I'm not gonna he just couldn't dunk, but he was a dunker. Like I saw this kid, and I'm not gonna take anything away from him because he's been jumping his whole life. All he wanted to do was dunk, and I enjoy basketball with his friends, right? And he's such a good kid. Well, not a kid anymore. He's like, I think he's 18, 19. He's in university now. But when we first started, he walks up to me. He's like, he actually taps me on the shoulder. I turn around, and he's like, I have Osgood sliders. Can I still work out? And I was like, yeah, I'll just do what doesn't hurt you. How about that? And I'm like, if you ever feel pain in your knees, stop and tell me, and we'll just stick to things that won't hurt your knees. And I remember we trained for a bit, and then I was just at the school for a bit because the coach was, hey. The coach was super kind to let me, because this is like when I first started strength training. High school basketball. I strength trained before that for a couple of years. Helped other people, like more general pop. Oh, okay. We're just heading to the beach now, so let's go. I took a wrong turn, and pretty much, the coach was super nice and let me, he got me into the school to play or to train these kids. And he saw what I was doing. Before that, I was in Florida training with like Ben Patrick and Ben Clairfield and some of these like really like Corlin Holloway, like some of these like Connor Dykes, like some of these guys who have like 50-inch verticals and also who have like fixed knees, like thousands of knee cases. And so I was getting lots of experience, and so then this coach saw that. I also helped one of the best players in BC get over, like, he had very tight hips and a bit of knee pain, and then we squashed that, and then eventually got to dunking, and truly was, I think, if not the best, one of the best up there, like one of those like really just like tough kids. I love, like, really good, great guy to watch play. And so that went well, and then the coach got me into training the team, and then after I trained the guys for like, I think it was like 6 weeks, there's like a whole summer, and then I was like, to this kid that I was training at Oak Bay who just wanted to dunk and play with his friends and enjoy basketball. I was like, come to the garage, like, for free, just like come, because I just saw so much potential in him, and I just realized that there was just one thing blocking him. I could just see it. There's just one thing blocking him from achieving his goal, because he got so close on his own without strength training. All he did was jump. He was getting, I could see he could grab the rim. He was, he was getting really close. So then he came to the garage, and then by the time he came to my garage to train, his friends would be, I guess, paying customers, and I would just be like, bring him along. Like, I love that guy. And so they'd bring him to my gym, garage gym, and then and we started working on deep squats. And at the time, as soon as he came to my gym, his knees got, like, over the summer, his knees like got cooked because, he kept jumping and he didn't have any sort of balancing from that. So when he was at my gym, he was like, in pain and stuff, which sucked, but we started working on deep squats. And for like, I think it was between like September and November, basically, he would come to my gym right before basketball season for those 3 months. And after those 3 months, basically he balanced out that one thing that was blocking him, which was squatting deep and getting strong at a deep knee position, where he was now he was always really strong in a shallow knee position because he was just jump, basketball. But he got strong in the deep knee position, and it was crazy. It was actually crazy. I didn't expect it to go this quickly, but then he started basketball and he was dunking. Like he gained at minimum 6 inches on his vertical, because he basically went from rim grabbing to dunking. That's like a 6-inch vertical transformation. And throughout the season, he just kept going. His knee pain was, gone. And that was probably one of the coolest. It's probably like the first experience as a coach where I was just so motivated and touched and inspired by this guy. And so basically he just nailed it. And then all season he was like dunking in highlights. And not only that, I don't know if he got like a lot of attention before, but like people were like making signs for him and putting it on the wall and being like, "Go dunk, dunk number 2, dunk number 2." And like I would go to their games and stuff, and it was so cool. Like I was like, that experience would have never happened if if I didn't start strength training, if I didn't go to Florida, if I didn't start trying to fix my own body. And I'm just happy it turned out and worked out. And now he's at university, playing for like an engineering league. And I don't know, it looks like he's having a great time. I should really check in on him. So anyways, that's a huge issue in basketball right now. And I just shared with you 2 examples on how I've worked with some guys, and really all they needed was some deep knee work. And it's not so simple, but sometimes it is. Like, not for everybody, of course, like everyone's different, but for some people it is actually quite simple. They just have one thing blocking them. And even up to professional basketball, like like Michael Jordan's team, his team was strength trained by a guy named Al Vermeil. And Al Vermeil, he was all about deep ranges of motion too. He'd do slant squats with the team, and for some reason people stopped doing slant squats. I think it's because like the way you jump higher is by jumping a lot, but also things like high and fast, like power cleans, and other like shallow ranges of motion. Like if you practice that, you will jump higher. So in the NBA, they're just like, hey, well, how do we make these guys jump higher and run faster? And that's all good, but if you leave out the deep ranges of motion, there's an imbalance, and I think it actually limits how high you can jump, and it increases the rate of injury because you're imbalanced. And I think that's just like a common misconception, all the way up from pro to chronic knee pain in high school. And so that's probably the big issue, and it's crazy because it's also the big issue for not just basketball. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm gonna show you guys in a second. But it's the exact same problem on different levels for general population, people sitting in chairs, soccer, rugby, like tennis, all the sports. And it just, it's funny. It's an old concept, but it's a concept that has been kind of lost, and it's now being found again, which is beautiful. And so I think it's just up to us to really live it. And I have a ton of other exercise content on how to deep squat and how to do this stuff. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys the sunrise. Oh my gosh. Gonna take my shoes off. What else? So yeah, I guess my story, why am I doing this? Why am I in Playa del Carmen right now? Because I'm on a train-cation. And I'm gonna share with you guys all the health advice. This is the healthiest I've ever been. And I'm so excited for the next couple months because I'm gonna try to dunk as well, which is gonna be great, but more importantly, I'm just gonna try to play basketball with friends, make friends through sports, which I think is really important. It's something I lost for many years. I'm 31 now. I can't believe I lost it for this many years, but check this out. Oh my gosh, just look at that, guys. Just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Woo! This is just like the harbor too. There's way better beaches, but which I'll show you guys in other videos. But right now, basically, I'm taking you guys to the beach because right here, this is how I like to start my day. You got to start your day. If you start your day with the sunrise, I mean, it's not sun everywhere, but even if you just start your day in the morning in the overcast, like clouds, not as good, but it's better than nothing, trust me. And basically what that does is it kicks off your circadian rhythm, which is like your internal clock. So you watch the sun in the morning, and then it's like your body's like, I'm awake, and then by the time it's nighttime, you're more tired, you can sleep better. Pretty simple stuff. And basically, I'm also grounding. There's actually a lot of scientific research on grounding. So essentially, grounding is just it's extra electrons that are stuck on your body, and they cause inflammation, believe it or not, or they make it harder for your body to clear out unnecessary inflammation. And so when you're in the ground and you connect to the earth, those electrons essentially just like decharge into the ground. And so this is actually scientifically proven. It's not even just like like woo-woo kind of stuff anymore. Like, we know this. So 15 minutes, if you do it for 15 minutes, that's all you got to do for the whole day, which is kind of crazy to think about. That's how powerful the human body is, because we evolved like pretty much the whole day. Well, yeah, the whole day would be in dirt and sand and grass. And honestly, how good would a city be if it was all just dirt and sand and grass? Can you imagine that? Just walking around, everyone barefoot, no shoes, no rubber shoes stopping us from decharging our electrons. That'd actually be amazing. I wish that existed, but anyways, if you don't have a beach, even if some dirt, like anything natural, when I was like back home, I would like anywhere I could, right? Just like grass, dirt, in a forest. Even during the winter time, I would go in the snow. Like just, the key is, if it's cold, if where you are is cold, then the key is you stand in one spot. If you stand in one spot, and don't move around with your bare feet, then wherever you are will warm up eventually, even if it's snow, which is kind of crazy. Because your body heat it'll trap the heat, and so then you'll be able to, if you stand in one place, it'll be cold for a minute or maybe 5 minutes, but then after that you'll get 10 minutes of just like warm ground, and you just like chill and decharge. Okay, so that's grounding. I also already had breakfast, and I'll get to diet too later, because I think diet's really important for cleaning the body. I think it's pretty much modern life. We got a lot of toxins everywhere, and I'll get into all the different toxins and stuff, but essentially, if you want to be athletic, it's the same as being healthy. So if you're like a general kind of just like whatever, like I like athletics but I'm just casual kind of, or a high performance athlete, it doesn't really matter. Either way, cleaning the body makes you more athletic, it makes you more healthy, it makes you live longer, it makes you happier. Maybe not at first, because removing toxins makes you angry, makes you sad, makes you cry, all sorts of stuff. But then once you actually remove all the toxins, like it's a beautiful thing. It's like you start having like the most beautiful dreams, and your body starts feeling better, your joints feel better. I'm so grateful right now, because 4 years ago I had so much joint pain. I actually can't even believe I let myself go like that. Okay, let's walk across the other beach. All right, let's see, what do we got here? think it's let's see, about 19 minutes in the video. Alrighty. Okay, we still gotta go walk across the beach, and then I was gonna do some skills at the stadium. I want to show you the stadium here because I absolutely love the stadium. It's like, believe it or not, I kind of love it more than the beach, which is maybe an unpopular opinion, but maybe you athletes understand that when you're playing sports with friends, you're in a flow state. And when you're in a flow state, you have nothing on your mind except for the task at hand. And Steph Curry is the master at getting into a flow state. You know, because before he makes like 20 shots, he starts smiling and laughing. And nothing's going through his head except for nothing. Just it's actually all in his subconscious mind, and he just lets it go. And that's actually how you're the best at basketball. If you're constantly, and any sport, any motor control activity, if you are locked in, not thinking about anything, and just letting your body do it, you essentially let your body do the work for you, and you just think, do the task, and that is how you get into a flow state and essentially perform at your best. And I know this because when I'm self-conscious about what my teammates think, or they want me to do this, they want me to do that, and I'm not just like taking command and playing and having fun, and not thinking about the outcome and just enjoying the moment and being grateful that you can even play basketball, which, you know, it took me after many years of not playing, I'm so grateful, you know, whenever I get a chance to play. And like the other day I played one-on-one with a random guy, and I want to share more of that content because I want to share with you guys the joy of just playing. Like, that's why we all started playing sports, right? And so like, there's a whole social aspect. You can, making friends through sports is like the best. It's actually it's like the best, man. Okay, so all right, let me tell you where basically this all came from. 4 years ago, why am I here in Playa del Carmen? 4 years ago, I essentially well, it's kind of funny. I was it was during COVID. I was in Croatia, visiting family, cousins and stuff, and that was all good. And then I was in Zagreb, and then a bomb goes off from the Ukraine war, like at a park near my apartment. And it was like in the middle of my night, and my bro was staying with me at the time, and he was like, "Dude, did you hear that huge noise last night?" I'm like, "No, I mean, yeah, I did. Like, what is that?" And he's like, "Yeah, a bomb went off, like at Yarun Park." And apparently there is a region of the Ukraine called Yarun, and in Zagreb there's a park called Yarun Park. And apparently the guy sending the drone with the bomb on it pressed the wrong Yarun. Like, imagine you're just on Google Maps and you press the wrong Yarun and then send a bomb there. And so there's this huge noise, and it freaked me out. For some reason my brother was not freaked out, but at the time I was like, yo, whatever. And I have another brother, and he was in Playa del Carmen with another one of our childhood friends. And I was like, hey, there's no bombs going off in Playa del Carmen, right? So I went off to Mexico, and now I'm here. Alright, sorry, this 4 years ago I was there, and then it was cool because I didn't really know what to expect. It's like a beautiful place. And when I got here, there was a stadium. And I thought that was so cool, like how there's this stadium with all these people playing basketball and soccer and all sorts of stuff, boxing and dancing. And can't wait to show you guys the stadium. And I just sat there on the bleachers watching people play basketball in the evening. And I joined in, and I felt old. and I couldn't play, and all my joints hurt. And I think I even rolled my ankle. And the reason made me very sad. And so the reason is because I was, I grew up from as long back as I remember. The sun, the green grass, the warmth of my feet, the connection with other people. I made it like a personal video, and I was actually in tears the other day talking about this. But like, pretty much, I miss that so much. I grew up in the backyard with my brothers, playing basketball, soccer, rugby, or not rugby, but like wrestling, like capture the flag, like any game, dodgeball, any game you can think of, we're playing it. We didn't even make up like crazy fantasy storylines and like. I miss that so much. Like, and then went to high school. That was great too. I loved playing basketball, so like nonstop, pretty much every single day. To play a sport with my friends. That was the number one reason high school is so awesome. And then got to university, became more serious. I chose to play rugby because I don't know. I liked all the sports, but I just felt the best vibe, the most like camaraderie, I guess. So I just chose rugby. Also got a scholarship, I guess. That was probably the reason. But anyways, these injuries started happening because like my whole life, I played like a ton of sports, and it went from like barefoot, backyard, natural athleticism, doing flips and stuff, rolling around, and I think that was very natural. And then it went to just like really serious cleats and basketball shoes. Cleats and basketball shoes and runners, and never barefoot. And then on top of that, and I don't want to get down on anybody because I respect everybody, and everyone's just taught what they're taught, and then they teach people what they're taught, and the information goes down. So there's all love. It's all love in Playa del Carmen, but everywhere it's all love. And I'm not blaming anybody, but there was this, the school workout program posted on the wall. Not really. Yeah, so I go in and I want to be the best. So I'm doing this program constantly, like constantly doing this program, like probably more than I should be. And unfortunately, there's a concept of short range and long range working out, which I'll get to later. It's a very important exercise concept. And this program was all short range. Essentially, my muscles were getting shorter, or they're getting stronger in a short range of motion, and they became very fragile in a long range of motion. And in sports, a lot of the time it'll be short range of motion naturally, and so you get this big power up. And I remember getting this big boost. I was in the gym lifting heavy weights, and then I'd get onto the court or the field, and I'd be able to push people around, and it felt amazing. But then I started getting these nagging injuries, and I would play through the injuries. Like, the coaches would be like, are you gonna take one for the team, Joe? You gotta play today. Please play. I didn't know how to say no. I couldn't disappoint them. I think I said no once, and I felt so guilty. But I should have known, that I could have said no more. But anyways, I don't think it even mattered in the end, because I have a real solution. I just pretty much, there was no real solution other than play less, which I didn't want to do anyway. So I would play through like separated shoulders, like hip pain, ankle pain, like I'll tape all the stuff up, and that was just the way they did it. So it's all love, you know what I'm saying? And there's no real solution because there's no long range strength training at the time, or like no concept of it. So essentially, after high school, university was just like a magnification of high school. I missed a lot of games, and I trained even more short range. And basically by my last rugby season, I ended with a torn pec, a torn hamstring, and a torn groin all at the same time. And it sucks because I worked my ass off to get to the starting lineup, and it's just what happens, right? And I think that's pretty common. I think it's very common. But then after that, I lost my identity, and I was like, who am I without sports? I remember like I would have these weird dreams that these eerie dreams that like I was playing basketball and I couldn't dribble, and my coach thought I sucked, even though I was always like one of the better players. And I remember just losing this identity. It's so, yeah, it was a really tough time. And so then I started getting into business, created a business, but didn't really know how to do business. And it actually did okay, but then, I don't know, for one reason or other, the people I started it with all wanted to go separate ways. And then I started just sitting down a lot, and then my joints would hurt, hips, knees. They started getting worse, mid-20s, and it was very depressing. I was like, hey, I guess I'm switching my identity to like this business technology guy. And actually, I got a job. I got super blessed to get this job at CGI, which really helped me at the time. But at the same time, it was so stressful. Just, you know, I don't know if you ever worked at like in a corporate job at a huge company. It's just like beyond stressful. It was. I mean, I'm glad I did it because it was an experience. But like, it's not for me. Not for me. So then, by the time I quit, and then it was COVID, I went to Croatia. I had some savings, and just extreme joint pain. And I couldn't believe that I let this happen to me. And well, I'm glad everything happened because life is life, and I was able to basically, just gonna walk through these people here. I love it. Swim training. Hey. Okay, now I get to walk up this beautiful street with all the trees. It's fantastic. So, no regrets, because now I'm here talking to you. I even had a dream that other night the more you heal your body, the deeper, more profound dreams you have about your life. And these dreams actually tell you where to go. And one of the dreams, I was standing in front of an audience, and my brother was there supporting me. And I was like crying because I was like, I didn't become who I wanted to be. I'm 31, and it could be worse. But when I was a kid, I just wanted to jump high and dunk and be the best athlete, be pro, and just be an absolute monster and just have so much fun playing with friends like I did with my brothers in the backyard for the rest of my life. And I didn't and then there's those years where nearly a decade of isolation and not playing, not having fun, not making friends through sports. And that's the beauty. I think that's the beauty of the game, the beauty of sports. In my dream, I was like, I'm not who I am yet. I'm not who I want to become yet. And then my brother was like, no, actually, I was in my dream looking at myself, and myself. This is my higher self in my dream, and he was like, tell the audience who you want to become, and become that person. And now I'm on camera, telling you. So pretty crazy. So essentially, I can't wait to show you the stadium. Now, my goal is to tell you guys, help other people achieve the same goal and the same joy that I'm trying to achieve, which is to play sports with friends and enjoy being athletic and having a healthy body. I want to do all sorts of stuff. I want to dunk and sprint fast with no joint pain, and to get my first dunk in my 30s, which is kind of cool. And I want to help everybody else do the same thing. You don't have to dunk, to watch the channel. I think there's just going to be so much health advice, and I'm just going to share with you all the things that are going to help me be successful and enjoy life. And I have a dream of traveling the world, meeting people, and having experience, like learning new languages. I'm trying to learn Spanish. Estoy aprendiendo español, mis amigos. And I want to have experiences with people that I would have never been able to have experiences with without knowing the language or just traveling. And let's take a moment to I love the mornings, because believe it or not, this place actually gets way busier. But I'm not really about the restaurants and stuff, but I think it's beautiful. I love this street. Very beautiful, lots of trees. Okay, let's see, how are we doing on time here? 37 minutes. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. I don't really have a timeline for these videos. Personally, I love watching very long YouTube videos, and I'll come back to it later. So I'm just gonna keep trying to give you the good stuff, the information. Okay, how else can I help you? How else can I help you? Please comment. I would love to know how you think I can help you, and I'll keep planning stuff out and trying to share information. So far, I want to make this real. I'm not cutting. I'm gonna try to get better at speaking on camera and try to really just give you the authentic stream of consciousness, because I always wondered, like, why am I learning all this stuff, like, for the last few years? And now I realize it's because now that I have all this information, I'm excited to share it and help other people. And I've done this in real life, not to say YouTube's not real life, because what is real? But I've definitely helped recently, in the last couple of years, helped quite a few people with their knees and back and feeling stronger. And basically, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say who I'm not. I'm simply who I am. And who I am is someone who helps people how to exercise safely so they can improve their ability in life. And often when people have pain, it's because they lack the ability, and the demand they're putting on that movement is too great for the ability that they have. So it causes pain. I'm just gonna try to put my shoes on. Maybe I'll just do this. All right, every morning, it's beach time, baby. It's beach time every morning. Okay, so what next? I can't wait to show you guys the stadium. The stadium, when I first got here, I was like, wow, how cool would it be to live in a place like this? And if anything, I want to advocate for more places to have communities like this. So even just me showing you guys the stadium, and not everybody, so it's not always filled up. Like I like to go there sometimes to film when there's no one there, and in the middle of the day when it's so hot, and then the heat just like warms my joints up. Just feels great. And I don't need I can leave some sand on there, just some extra earth, some extra like magnetic vibrations coming from the sand. I'll just keep that in my socks, and I'll probably take take these off again later. But yeah, you just gotta live. It's all about living. And yeah, another goal. I mean, to dunk, I'm an advocate of just helping people with whatever goal they have. And to dunk, well, unfortunately, I gotta be under 10% body fat at least. So right now, I'm pretty much having just like a banana a day, like one piece of fruit a day. And that might be you might not be ready for that, and that's fine. And maybe you don't need it. Like that one kid I was training who is like a dunker at heart, and he was always a dunker. I just helped him actualize what he actually was. That kid had like super low body fat. He was just like, literally I looked at him like, dude, you're a dunker. You just need to balance out your body. And some people have body fat and they can still jump and they're just freaks. I don't know. But I'm excited to show you about skills. Huge. So I've been making skills videos recently. That's what we're doing at the stadium today. So, and in Mexico, cars aren't gonna wait for you here. Not like in Canada. But it's cool. Just the way it is. It's not dangerous. You just gotta look both ways. And so the skills are a beautiful thing. I love skills because if you can find a skill to practice that doesn't cost a lot of energy, you can just keep improving your coordination, and it's just endless. I love how endless it is. You can, like, if your body allows it, you can do it all day. And like, I'll give you an example. Dribbling a basketball. Basketballs are, I don't even know, 6 pounds or something. Like, it's heavier than you think. And it's like, okay, dribble. It actually can cause muscular fatigue. Although, like the super adapted basketball athlete might be like, what are you talking about? But even to them, it causes some sort of muscular fatigue. Also, like the moves you want to practice, crossovers and like, with a basketball, even stationary dribbling, it's just heavier, right? It's just heavier. And they're big, right? So if you dribble a tennis ball, the properties of a tennis ball: small, light. So it's small, you have to be more precise to dribble a tennis ball. And it's light, so it doesn't tire you out. So you essentially have this tool that can help you dribble something that's much harder to dribble than a basketball. And you can do it endlessly. Also, accessibility. Like, you could dribble a basketball at your school or in your bedroom. In class, but then people are gonna get pissed off. But if a lot of places they'll get pissed off, but a tennis ball you can get away with it. Like Steve Nash, Steph Curry, I think it's not talked about enough how Steve Nash was just like a tennis ball like monster. Like, he just, between classes, every single time he had a chance, he'd be dribbling a tennis ball. 2-time MVP, like, from a small town, pretty unheard of. But yeah, he, that's what he did. Then Steph Curry, you see him dribbling tennis balls too. Maybe not like just on its own, but honestly, if you could dribble a tennis ball like a basketball, I would say that you have much more accuracy. It's actually proven scientifically. I'll share some studies later. Okay, this is interesting. This is the first time I've seen a Let's see here. Okay, this is the stadium. Fitness people are playing soccer. Okay, so this is the basketball court. Gonna be respectful with the camera, but basketball court's right here. Normally I come a bit later. But yeah, look, this track. I love this. Track, soccer field, soccer tournaments. Definitely, I'm excited to watch Inter Playa play. Yeah, maybe I can just snag a spot just right there to do some skills. What do we got here at 45 minutes? Okay. It's gorgeous. Okay. Love this, man. People are just working out. I love it. These guys playing soccer, volleyball. Oh my gosh. So skilled. Oh. That was awesome. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna do it. If you know, if they say get off the court, I'll get off the court. But it seems like there's space right here. Very polite, okay? Very polite. People from Canada are very polite, maybe too polite sometimes. Also from Croatia. My family's from Croatia. I'm actually eager to learn Croatian. I know words. I know a lot of Spanish words, a lot of Croatian words. I've always wanted to put it all together. So that's why I'm learning Spanish here in Mexico. Then I want to go to Croatia and learn Croatian, play basketball, make friends in Croatia. That's the dream, okay? That's the dream. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna do some skills. Okay, so if you guys seen my skills videos, fully candid, the last one, which was like probably the best video I've ever made, that took me about 10 tries. Each try was like 2.5 minutes. So it was like 20-30 minutes of just like skills, like going hard and talking into the camera, which is really difficult. And I actually had some time to kind of really get down on the memorization as well. These kids want to play. I'm just gonna let them play. Maybe I'll just do this. I'll do more videos with less people here because I want to respect people's privacy. Okay, so yeah, these guys want to do their thing. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna try to make a video in a video, one take. It'll probably be more than one take, but I'm gonna warm up first and then I'm gonna see if I can make the short video inside this video in one take. Yeah. Oh, this guy wants to run. Move the camera. Okay, so warm up, doing skills. Okay, feeling good, feeling good, feeling good. Love skills, love skills, love skills. So smaller balls, more accuracy. Here, let's go over here. You gotta let the kids play, you know? Gotta let the kids play. Wow, that's a beautiful scene anyways. Let's see you. See you guys? That's beautiful. Okay, let's try that. Okay, ready for this? Ready for this? We playing basketball. All right. Skills time. Skills. Okay, let's see if I can do this in one try, but it'll probably take me multiple tries. So, okay, here we go. Let's go! Let's go! Let's get into the flow state. Okay, so Steve Nash, Steph Curry, if you want to have better handles, watch this video. There was a study done with elite archers in the world, and what it found was that when they focused on smaller targets, their accuracy improved. This is also known in elite marksmen. If you're shooting a can of Coca-Cola, aim for the C on the Coca-Cola, not the whole can. And they also did a study with over 1,000 people, which is statistically significant evidence that this is true, and very highly probably true. So, Steve Nash was a legend. I went to the same high school as him. There's urban legends of him dribbling tennis balls throughout the hallways, back and forth between classes, anytime he had a chance. The advantages of dribbling a tennis ball is that they're smaller, so you need more accuracy to dribble them, and they are, it's more accessible. You can essentially dribble a tennis ball anywhere or most places. If you dribbled a basketball in your room, your mom might freak out, but if you dribble a tennis ball, you could probably get away with it. Same with between classes and wherever you get a chance to do it. What else? So, honestly, and also quick gains. Oh, and also fatigue. So fatigue. You're not going to get fatigue dribbling tennis balls as much in the same way as you'll get fatigue dribbling basketballs. So you can get more reps in, which makes you more skilled. And every rep you do, it's more neural connection that you're building in your brain. Whereas you could do essentially less reps if you're dribbling a basketball. So give it a try. Even if you do this 1 minute a day, you're gonna get quick gains, trust me. So give it a try, dribbling tennis balls. Okay, let's take one. Can I make it more exciting, guys? Okay, this is for YouTube. Just kidding. Not for YouTube, it's for you. This information is for you to help you become a healthier, better athlete, more creative. These skills are brain health. This is brain health. Your brain consumes 30% of the calories in your body at rest, which is crazy. It's a lot. That's at rest. And then, like, imagine if you're juicing, like your juices are flowing in your brain. It's probably like, I don't know, random estimation, no study, but half your calories are just like going into thinking. Way more brain activity when you have to make decisions while you're playing a sport as well. Okay, here's a tip. This is a how-to tip. This is important. This is a how-to tip. So, your brain can't focus on two things at the same time. It's not how our brains are built. It doesn't work that way. So, I've been avoiding dribbling 2 tennis balls for a long time because it was hard. I was like, even this was difficult. I was trying to do this, just like trying not to look at it. And I was like, I don't want to do 2. It's too hard. And basically, what you do, the trick is that you're rapidly switching tasks. So like when you're dribbling, you go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. So you're constantly switching focus. And eventually it feels like you can do it at the same time, but really you're switching focus at the speed of electricity. And so that's a great tip to doing too. And I think once you get 2 down, I mean, there's a whole bunch of skills I want to master, but it's a great like barrier to break. It feels good when you get 2. Okay, let's try it one more time. Steve Nash, Steph Curry. If you want better handles, watch this video. There was a study done with elite archers, and in the study they found that when the archers focused on a smaller target, their accuracy improved. This is also true with marksmen who focused on the letter C on a Coke can instead of the whole can. And there's a study done with over 1,000 people, which is statistically significant to show that this is very, very highly probably true. And I can feel it, and so you should give this a try. You see Steph Curry doing it in practice, and essentially smaller target, higher accuracy, and that means that you need to, and that, so then when you go back to basketball, and basketball has 1 large ball instead of 2 small ones, you're gonna feel a huge advantage. And also, it's accessible, so you can do it most places. You can do it in your room. Okay, last time, and then I won't include it in the long form, but let's give it one more try. Okay, Steve Nash, Steph Curry. Watch this video. Let's go. Steph Curry, Steve Nash. Watch this video if you want better handles. Steve Nash, Steph Curry. Watch this video if you want better handles. When you dribble a small tennis ball, it's smaller than a basketball, so you have to be more accurate. Studies were done to show this with elite archers who when focused on a smaller target improved their accuracy. This is also known in marksmen, and there's a study done with over 1,000 people showing that it is statistically significant. A trick here, doing this, is your brain can't focus on one thing at a time, or 2 things at a time. Our brains were not developed, they didn't evolve to focus on 2 things at a time. So that's not how it works. You need to rapidly switch tasks. So one ball, next ball. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Ah! Okay, you get the picture. Anyways, it was a fun morning. I'm gonna take a think. I'm gonna get this video down, but it's been great. I love to show you the atmosphere here. I think this is what like every community should have this. Just like a place where people do activities like every morning. It's also night. People are here at nighttime. It's pretty empty midday when the sun's super strong, but I like to go there anyways during that time because even like 20 minutes in the insane heat, like it's a cool experience. Makes you feel great. Even there's got to be ways, like even if it's cold, like can't we still have lights? Can't we still have maybe sectioned areas with heaters, or like something? There's got to be a solution to this in the winter time, but yeah, I think great chatting. I'm gonna plan even more stuff. I'm gonna work on my speaking to bring it to you authentically, but also bring a lot of value very clearly. That's my goal. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay.